and a very warm welcome to you. I'm Hayley Palmer. It's so good to have you here with me on tonight's show, especially as we have such an incredible show for you. Yes, we are joined by some of the cast members from Mamma Mia, the party at the O2, and here is what happened when I caught up with some of them. Lorraine and Oscar, it's great to have you here. How are you doing?
Hello,
really good, thank you. How are you?
This is nice, isn't it? Because I came along to the press night of Mamma Mia at the O2, and I have to say, it was one of the best nights. Like, you just don't know what you're going to walk into, but it's just a great big party, isn't it?
Yeah, start to finish.
It really is, isn't it? I mean, for people that haven't been before, you don't really know what to expect, but how would you describe it?
I think you've hit the nail on the head. People come here and they don't know what to expect, and they're in total shock when they say to us, this is just incredible. They say it's so much better than I could ever imagined it to be. It's the atmosphere, the smell, the heat, the food, the pipe, the Greek music. You are transported to Greece, I think, and that's what it is.
Yes, we love the holiday vibes, don't we?
Completely, and they come in here, and actually, sometimes we do forget after like 3-4 hours in here that you are in London, because it's so Greek.
That is the best thing, because let's face it, it's rainy here most of the time, isn't it? So you guys have got the best job ever, right?
Same weather every single day of the year.
I know. Tell us about it. But what is it like when you just sort of come to work then? Is it just kind of like you just step into it, I guess?
Yeah, I'd say so, because we do interact with the audience before the actual show starts, and it's like a little warm-up for us and for them, and you also get the vibe of what the audience is going to be like that night, so you kind of have to jump into it and then figure out as you go along, see how they are. Some people are quieter, some people are really up for a party, so you can't really plan much, because each night is completely different.
That's what I love about it, is every night is unexpected. You don't know how the audience are going to be, or if you're going to have someone that likes to try their luck and do something a bit cheeky.
You always get that special one, don't you?
There's always one.
That's me. I was very well behaved when I was here, I've got to say, but I must admit, it's very hard to sit still. Because you kind of sit there and you eat and you go, no, I want to get up and dance now. And then by the end,
opportunity, because you get to eat, and then you get in between, you can get up and have a dance at certain moments, and you kind of feel it organically. Oh, it's okay to get up and dance now, and then at the end, it's your floor, and you just have the disco.
And people really take that on board. They're like, yes, it's my time. I'm on that stage immediately.
Yeah.
You don't have to ask them twice, do you?
No,
and as Lorraine said, like it's organic. They know it's like it kind of happens at the same time. Everyone goes up, especially in the big songs.
Yeah,
you know?
It's like, let's go for it. Well, speaking of great songs, here is Mamma Mia, and I'll be chatting up with the guys on the other side of this. But I want to talk about the audition, because we come and see the show, but we don't know what goes on behind the scenes. We want all the scoop. So what happens when you come along to an audition of Mamma Mia the Party?
Well, I think each person has a very different experience of the audition. I think when I got cast at the very beginning, I did one round of your own song. Then you sing the material they send you. You do some scenes, you get directed, you do a dance call sometimes. And then eventually you get a call back, so they want to see you again. And then it depends how many people.
Did you know, though, were you like, I've got this, no problem?
No, you never know. I mean,
sometimes you get a feeling if it's gone well.
Yeah, but sometimes you go, I've done really well, and then it's a no. And sometimes you go like, oh, that was rubbish, and then you get the job. So it's very difficult. Like with this, I mean, I think I did a good job, and eventually I got the job, so I must have done a good job.
And what was it like? Did they call you, email you?
Well, I've got an agent, so they call me, they tell me where to go. You've already like had the material sometimes, but with this, I had the material, I read it, I knew my song, so I came in, did the show. Well, not the show, the lines that they told me, and then eventually I got a call back the week after, so
like,
great,
get in.
Yeah, and it was like, you start on Monday.
That was,
yeah, really quickly. For me, it was a very quick turnaround.
Oh, so what day did you hear?
So I heard on the Saturday, and I started on Monday. Yeah.
No pressure.
Yeah, no.
No pressure.
So I was the very last person to get cast in it. So it was great. Yeah.
Mine was completely different, because I was very last minute, because the girl who was playing the role of Kate before was pregnant, so she needed to come off stage a little bit sooner, because getting up onto the fountain with guitars and things. So it was a maternity contract that I was applying for, so I think it was going to be a one audition wonder, which is very unusual. Normally you get callbacks. So they sent me all the material, and I think sometimes on your CV they can say, all right, you can see what they've done, so they, you know that person's going to be slightly right for the part. And it was a lovely audition. This team of here are brilliant. They are so welcoming and inclusive, and the audition went well, and I kind of thought, well, that seemed okay, and it just seemed quite suitable the part, I thought. And there's always a thing, you look to see who's playing it before, and you think, actually, we're quite similar, so I'm sure that has a little bit of bearing as well.
Come on, yeah.
But so again, similar. I found out, I had the meeting on the Monday, and by the Thursday I was offered the job to start on the Monday. And then when your life just, I hadn't done anything for 10 years since Mamma Mia, had my kids. And so this was like my first dipping my toe back in the audition water to see if it was something.
And when you first came back that first night, were you like,
oh, it's
got
brilliant.
it?
Yeah, but it took a while. You know,
it takes a
your
while
confidence again, and, you know, just putting yourself out there. I've been
course.
gigging and singing and performing, but not
This is different.
Not every night doing a project. But yeah, it was a fast turnaround. Because some auditions you go for, you're 7 rounds down.
Oh God, couldn't do
7
that.
can you imagine? And then you get to the
no,
end,
and then yes,
and you think surely, and then no, thank you.
Yeah.
So it's really different. But for us, it worked out.
Yeah,
it worked out. Here we are.
Yeah,
but on that note, we're going to go into Honey, Honey.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Honey, honey, how you feeling me?
So I want to talk about your background, because I think for us at home, we love hearing how things started for you, if you can naturally sing or dance, because I know that I am tone deaf. I can't sing. I've had singing lessons and they've gone, absolutely not. But you guys just make it look completely natural. We're jealous of that, aren't we? So how did it all come about for you?
The job, or just life and theatre
in general.
Life in
Have a good
general.
old
Well,
chat.
how long have we got now? No, I've always loved, it was always dancing, I think, as a kid, and then ended up auditioning for Arts Educational at the age of 11.
That's a great school, yeah.
Which was brilliant, but then ballet was my thing, so I did Royal Ballet School after that, bit of Ballet One Bear, but musical theatre was always in my veins, and I did a show of Aspects of Love, actually, which is just coming back on. I was the original cast of that when I was 15. And then I just sort of went into musical theatre, but ABBA has always been a huge part. So when, you know, when you're out of work and you're doing between jobs, a friend of mine said, oh, there's an audition for an ABBA tribute band.
Oh.
And I thought, well, I know all the songs. So we went into her bedroom, practiced, went and met these guys, and that was it. I've been in ABBA tribute band since I was 21.
Oh, wow.
So I've been a long time in and out of work, so pretty much every weekend, if I'm not, you know,
Right,
if I wasn't in a contract, so I've sung ABBA.
It's part of your life.
It's just, it's in my blood.
It's you.
Meant to be.
It's you.
2 years in Mamma Mia and a lifetime of ABBA. It's just, there we go. Yeah, it's fun. It's brilliant.
Yeah, it's a fun job. And you couldn't do anything else, I suppose, because you know when you're just so into musical theatre, going into like a normal job, it's tricky, isn't it? When you get to do this,
you try
right?
to do it, but you know, when you're not working and these things happen, but no, it's just if it's in you, you've got to let it out.
Absolutely. And Oscar, how did it all start for you? Give us the goss.
Well, I'm originally from Spain.
Whereabouts in Spain are you
I'm
from?
from Rioja. Like the wine, you know the wine? You know where the wine comes from?
Of course,
Yeah. So that's where I'm from.
Silly
My family makes wine. But my family also are very, they're really good singers, natural good singers. But I'm the only one who's actually made a career out of it.
There we
which
go.
Is good, yeah. But then, I couldn't even speak English like 16 years ago when I came to the UK. I went to Glasgow to learn English, and then sometimes it comes out just a wee bit.
Yeah, the Scottish in your accent.
Just a wee bit.
A little bit.
And then I came to London because someone told me about musical theatre. I had no idea what that was. And I was like, oh yeah, sounds great. Singing, acting, dancing, yeah. And then eventually I did a show called Eurobeat, which is something to do with Eurovision, which was like amazing for me because I love
Did you watch Eurovision?
Of course I
He's
did.
a massive fan.
Of course I did.
Yes.
I love
Did
Eurovision.
you get the right winner? Did you predict?
Yes, I
Yeah,
did
me
predict
too.
it. Yeah, I predicted the first 2. I mean, it was
Me
obvious.
too.
It was a bit obvious, yeah.
Well, no, it wasn't that obvious. Other people got it wrong.
Well, you didn't know if it was going to be one way or the other.
Yeah, those were the 2. I think they were the only ones, weren't they?
It was really fun, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I did Evita. I did a tour of Evita, and I ended up in the West End, transferring there. And then I did Mamma Mia the party. So
Here we are.
Here we go.
And you're doing the best job in the world, in the
yes.
best place, and you get to sing and dance the whole time.
I know.
What more is there you want?
Can't know, and talk to people and have fun.
yeah.
And it's just.
I think
it's
that's what I
great.
love, because
Yeah.
on a normal show, you wouldn't get to meet anybody in the audience, and you get to hear these really personal stories. People just invest and they tell you their lives, and sometimes the stories are really touching, and other times people are out. So everyone's come for a reason. Some are just here for a night out. It's hen parties, it's work dues, it's just life things. But you actually form connections with members of the audience.
You know what, that's true.
And
You
that's
go
really
away
lovely.
feeling like you made lots of friends
Yes,
as well,
yeah.
because we were chatting to people on different tables,
Yeah.
and you're right, you don't know what people have been going through in
No.
their lives. And I felt like when I came here, I just didn't think of anything else. And sometimes you go and see things and your mind's wandering, but with this, it's like you are transported. And I think that is
correct. Yeah.
the real key here, isn't it? You come
Exactly.
here and you just
That's
take
our
your mind
main
off
aim.
everything.
That is our main aim.
And
as
you
an
definitely
actor
do
and
that
performer,
really
is
well.
to transport you.
Yeah.
I mean,
to Greece.
touching on what Lorraine said, like we're very lucky that at the end of every show you can actually see how you've changed people's 4 hours of their
Yeah.
life, and you can actually see it because
Yeah.
you can actually see how much you've actually connected with them, and that's to me the most beautiful thing about this job. You can actually see it and feel it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I just took it too far. They were like, out, come on, get off that dance floor. And I'm like, no, I'm still here doing Dancing Queen. Here we go, on that note, it's Dancing Queen. Oh, well, it's been amazing, guys, to have you on.
Thank you.
Talk, dancing, hear all the gossip as well behind the scenes, which has been absolutely amazing. We want to remind everyone, don't we, to come down to Mamma Mia, the party at the O2. You have no choice. We're going to put details on the screen right now. We both want you to give us one reason each why everyone should come down. Here we go.
I'd say everyone to come down because every single person will have fun.
Yes, fun is the key.
You've got everything in an evening. You can have a meal, you can have a drink, you can have a boogie and a chat. You've got it all in one place, and it's just there for you.
You'll have the time of your life.
Hey, there we go. Well, guys, thank you so much. It's been absolutely wonderful, and
Thank you
we
for
can't wait
having
to come and
us.
have a party with you.
you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Saturday Night with Hayley Palmer. We are loving the show so far because we are joined by some of the cast members from Mamma Mia, the party at the O2. And here is what happened when I caught up with the lovely Noah and Scarlet. Noah and Scarlet, it's great to have you here.
Hey,
How
hello.
are you doing?
We're very good. I'm very good. Thank you for asking.
Yeah.
Good, thank you.
Well, I have to say, I came on the press night to see you, and I was just blown away. It was just a wonderful experience. It's the only way I can describe it if you haven't seen it. You just come along and you just think, I'm not going to think about any of my problems. You're just kind of transported to Greece, aren't you?
Yeah.
What a wonderful place to work, right?
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. I remember the first time I got here for my first audition, coming in this space, and I was just blown away by by everything. It's just such a good vibe to work in. It's such a happy vibe, nice songs. It just makes me very happy to do that.
Miserable, can
No,
you?
you literally can't. I mean, it's exactly like you said, we're transporting you.
Yeah.
The minute you walk through the big blue doors, just sit back, relax, and literally live your best life. And yeah, fantastic music, fantastic atmosphere. You've got, you know, us guys, you've got all your wait staff, you've just got so many people there to look after you and make sure that you have a fabulous time.
That's what we like. And just to get a bit of inside information, it's now sort of 4 o'clock. So what happens? You arrive and then do you like chill out, or would you go straight into rehearsal? Noah.
So personally, I arrive at 5:45. I go do my hair.
We're loving your hair.
Yeah, oh, thank you very much.
Yes. And you have someone do your hair, don't you?
I do have someone do my hair. Her name is Kate, and she's amazing.
We're loving
she's
that.
so talented, so good, and a beautiful person too. So she does my hair, and then we go and do warm up all together. We need to warm up our vocal cords because we sing a lot.
Quite strenuous,
We sing-
isn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
You need to look after your voices.
You must, yeah,
Right.
you must. In the O2 and also outside the O2. You always need to make sure you drink enough water, you don't shout too much. You kind of really need to make sure
I
it
wouldn't
works.
be a very good singer. And
Yeah.
Scarlett, what about you? Because you've done musical theatre all your life, have you?
Not all my life. I've been a performer all my life, yay, which I love. In terms of musical theatre, that's more maybe 10 years, I think. And so I'm a very process person. I like to have my set ways. I like to have my set process. That's just my thing because I find that our different shows, different industries, different, you know, I've done international, there's so much going on. I just like a bit of consistency for myself.
I like that. You
And
know
my
who you
own-
are.
Yeah, my own
Yeah.
little bubble. So my little bubble would be coming in, I do physical warm-up and vocal warm-up, and then I'm quite a quiet dressing room person.
Are you?
Yeah, some
Oh,
people are like,
interesting. Put on Beyonce and no,
yeah.
you're not that.
Well,
You're
to
like,
be fair,
okay.
we do get the Greek music as our backdrop.
do you?
So yeah, so we don't really listen to other music because it would just clash. But I like to just be Zen vibes and prepare myself mentally for the show. For me, I explode the minute I step onto the stage.
Wow.
Like that's my thing. So I keep it all nice and cute and reserved, and then pow.
She's like, boom.
Yeah, that's me.
I like that. I think I need to maybe do that in live, tone it down a little bit, and then go.
Everyone's different. Do
You're
whatever.
right,
Yeah,
you're
do
right.
whatever.
I'll try it. We're going to go into a Super Trooper. I'll let you be sticking to the girls after this.
Dreams Friends are gonna blind me, but I won't feel blue.
Yeah.
Okay, girls, we're not letting you get away with this. We have a quick fire question round for you. Here we go. Favourite song to sing in the whole show? Let's go with you, Scarlett.
Gimme, gimme, gimme.
Woo.
One of Us.
Like it. Warm-up exercise. So what is your vocal warm-up exercise that just makes you go, yes?
Personally, when I hit that, I know that my vocal range is okay and I can do the show tonight.
I'm going to try that. I like it.
I love a casual.
Oh, you make it
all over
so
the place,
easy.
yeah.
I can't do that. I need a few drinks. Anyway. Best thing about being in Mamma Mia, the party?
Absolutely the audience, 100% the
Yes.
audience. Well, yeah.
Teamwork, yeah.
I say everything because it's got so much. Like it genuinely has so much in there. It really has.
It's like, yeah. And I've got to say, favourite dance move, because there's a lot of dance moves going on. There's a lot of choreography going on. I was trying to copy you. Oh, it's a bit of a...
Oh, yeah.
I,
Like it.
I think I'll be finale where I just get to like gimme, 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 and I
Yeah.
literally
Just
like
like that.
live my best.
Yeah,
So that's not choreo, by the way. That's me.
And on that note, we're going into the next song. So I want to rewind how the audition came about, because obviously when we come and see the show, we see that, but we want to know all the inside information. So what would be a typical sort of Mamma Mia the Party audition? What would happen? Noah, I'll come to you.
Well, in my case, so I arrived here at the O2. We auditioned in the VIP room, and it was me and some other very talented girls. And I had to sing Winner Takes It All and I've Been Waiting for You.
Were they good songs for you? Were you like, yes, these are my songs?
To be fair, yes.
Oh,
Winner
okay.
Takes It All. Just because I've been listening to that song ever since I was a kid, with my mom always like putting ABBA in the car, and I knew it so well already. And it was more of, that's how I like to see also auditions. It's not about being judged. I think it's more about you sharing your story, sharing that song with whoever is there looking at you. It's not about, oh, he's doing this. Of course, it's an audition, so they are testing you. They want to see if you can do that. But yeah, so I sang Winner Takes It All, and then they asked me, Stacey asked me to sing with Luke, I've Been Waiting for You. He was there too in the second round. I've been called back.
You were like, okay, it's going well.
Yeah, yeah, kind of, yeah. So I sang it with him. I think it went very well. And yeah, they liked both of us. And then I think it was approximately 4 weeks later. I remember I was
I can't wait
something
that
like
long.
that. I know.
That's short.
But I was at the beach. I remember eating falafel.
Living our best life.
with my friend. And then I got my agent FaceTime. He was like, Noah, well, keep yourself busy for the next year of your life, starting from August. And I was like, oh my God!
Wow, that feeling
I
of
cried.
just going, yeah, I was going to say, it must be overwhelming because you can only dream of these kind of roles. And when it
That's so
happens,
true.
you just go, wow. It's
Because
that
you
teaching
audition
moment.
so much. There's
Yeah.
so many roles you think you might be perfect for, you know? And you just need to get used to no's all the time. And once you actually make it, it feels like it's unreal,
a good message
you know?
actually for people watching that are in the industry, and those no's, don't worry about it. Pick
Yeah,
yourself up.
never give up.
Eat
never
ice
give
cream
up,
and keep
honestly.
going. And Scarlett, let's come
Always.
to you. What happened with you?
So I was in my previous contract and show, and then had got called in, and it was Stacey and John, so our musical director and director, and it was a case of, so with auditions, they're all different and it does depend, but sometimes they say bring your own stuff, or sometimes they say sing our stuff. Sometimes it's a combination of both. So I brought my own stuff.
Okay, because you're
as
prepared.
well as,
You've got it. You're in your bubble.
Yes, yes. She's in her prepared bubble. So I brought my own stuff and I had to sing Mamma Mia.
Right.
And I remember more before the audition, the learning of it. It's a very wordy song.
Yeah, I
It's
hadn't
actually
really thought about it,
excessively
but yeah,
wordy.
right,
And only when you
okay.
actually go to learn it, you're like, oh, wait, is that, oh, and then patterns. I'm about patterns as well. When I'm learning songs, it's
Yeah.
about finding the patterns. But I struggled with a little bit of the patterns. But then I was just like, okay, cool. So then we got here, did the audition, and it was. I like being able to do both because you get to show the directors and stuff what they want from you, but you also get to live your best life in your own song, if that makes sense. So for me, which are contrasting, you would always bring contrasting songs as well. So yeah, did that, and then I think there was a recall. I can't keep up, and yeah, and then I remember, I think I was in Brighton when I had the phone call with my agent.
On the beach?
On my,
Again?
No,
No,
well, I
on
was
the beach,
getting
okay.
ready to go, ready to go on stage for something else.
right, okay.
But I, yeah, had that phone call, and
It's life-changing, isn't it? It's not just like I'm going to do one show. It's a contract that you're on, and it's a commitment, isn't it?
Yeah. And everything's different. And at the time when we spoke, I'd auditioned, so going back to what Noah said, I'd auditioned for a few other things as well. So it was like a big catch-up. Right, this is what happened in this one, this is what happened in this one, and by the way, you got an offer for this one, and this is, and it was like, oh. So it's just, so it's a process, and it's a process.
But no, it's interesting to hear, because we come and watch you and we just think, oh, you know, it's so glamorous and stuff, but actually, you know, the rejection or the waiting around, we don't know that. So it's actually really interesting to hear all the backstories. So we are loving that. And we're going to go into I Have a Dream. Here we go.
I have a dream.
Girls, I don't want to let you go, but I know you have such a busy evening and a busy week. I just want to keep you talking, hearing all the backstage gossip. It's brilliant. But for people that haven't seen Mamma Mia at the party, haven't come down to the O2, firstly, you are missing out. But secondly, why should people come along? Okay, Scarlett, let's come to you.
So I would say there's so much. So when we were fortunate enough to watch the show before we did it, so which is amazing. So we got to, you know, have food, have the experience, have all of it. And for me, I genuinely felt like I'd had a whole weekend. Like it was 4 hours, but it felt like a whole weekend. Like it really is a lot. I don't know how to explain that in any other way. It's a lot of good stuff in one go.
Yeah, people just never know what to expect. And once they're here, they're just having the time of their lives. And they share this with us too. And it's just so beautiful to be able to share all of this beauty with each other.
Absolutely. Well, if you haven't seen it, we're going to put details on the screen below of how you can get your tickets. You have no choice. You have to come along. I'm coming back. It really is a brilliant night out. And girls, this has been so lovely to chat to you. I think I actually came up to both of you on the night and I was like, I'm absolutely loving this. I just couldn't hold it back. And just speaking to you has been wonderful. So thank you so much.
Thank you for having us. Bless you. Bye.
Huge thank you to some of the cast members from Mamma Mia the Party at the O2. If you haven't got your tickets yet, make sure you do so. Tickets are on the screen below. And thank you so much for your support. I'm Hayley Palmer. Stay safe and I will see you next week.
I'm nothing special.